Alex Eala had waited 3 long years for this moment. For 3 years, she carried the disappointment of that heartbreaking defeat, turning every ounce of frustration into motivation. Then, on a scorching Sunday afternoon in Washington, D.C., she stepped onto the court with one goal in mind, not just a win, but to prove how far she had come. With the $1.64 million DC Open prize on the line, and Olympic gold medalist Qinwen Zheng standing across the net, the atmosphere was electric. The stadium was packed with passionate Filipino fans whose cheers made it feel more like a home match than an away tournament. This wasn't just another contest. It was redemption in its purest form. To understand why this victory meant so much, you have to look back to September 2023 in Hangzhou, China. At just 18 years old and ranked number 190 in the world, Eala faced top seed Qinwen at the Olympic Tennis Center in front of a loud home crowd that expected an easy win for the favorite. Few believed the young Filipina had any chance, but what followed over 3 hours stunned everyone watching. Eala fought fearlessly, saved match points, forced a deciding third set, and became the only player in the tournament to take a set from Zheng. Although she eventually fell 6-1, 6-7, 6-3, she left the court with something far more valuable than a victory: respect, confidence, and a burning determination to return stronger. Fast forward to today, and the transformation has been remarkable. Eala has climbed to a career-high world ranking of number 28 and established herself as one of the sport's fastest rising stars. She has delivered stunning performances on the biggest stages, defeating defending champions, eliminating elite opponents in consecutive tournaments, and proving she can compete with Grand Slam winners and the world's best players. The young talent who once pushed Zheng to the limit is now a far more complete, confident, and dangerous competitor. While Eala's career has been soaring, Qinwen has been facing challenges of her own, setting the stage for a highly anticipated rematch that carried far more meaning than a simple tennis match. Everything changed after Wimbledon 2025 when a right elbow injury forced Qinwen to undergo surgery, disrupting the momentum of her career. Early exits at both the French Open and Wimbledon followed, and her ranking tumbled dramatically from a career-high number 4 in the world to number 123. The Olympic gold medalist, once considered nearly unbeatable, suddenly looked vulnerable, yet writing her off would have been a huge mistake. Just a week before arriving in Washington, she had reached the quarterfinals in Athens, showing clear signs that her confidence and form were returning. A champion with renewed belief and nothing to lose is often at their most dangerous, making this opening round clash even more compelling. On July 27, 2026, at 2 p.m. Eastern, the spotlight shifted to the William H.G. Fitzgerald Tennis Center, where the atmosphere felt unlike an ordinary first-round match. The stands were filled with waving Philippine flags, and chants for Alex Eala echoed throughout the stadium as fans traveled from New York, Virginia, Maryland, and beyond to support the rising Filipina star. From the opening rally, Eala looked calm, focused, and prepared. The early games were filled with patience as both players carefully tested each other's strengths, while Zheng's powerful serve continued to make its presence felt. But Eala was reading it brilliantly, anticipating the pace and responding with confidence. The turning point arrived in the 5th game when Eala seized a crucial break of serve, sending the crowd into a frenzy. Zheng refused to back down, immediately breaking back to level the score at 3-3 and shifting the momentum once again. For a brief moment, the tension inside the stadium resembled their unforgettable battle in Hangzhou, where every point felt like a battle of determination. This time, however, Eala found another level. At 4 games all, she raised the intensity of her play, striking deeper ground strokes, moving with greater speed, and unleashing a stunning backhand winner down the line that left Zheng rooted to the spot. That spectacular shot earned another vital break, and Eala remained composed as she served out the opening set 6-4. The second set told a different story as Zheng responded like the champion she is, increasing the pace on her forehand, taking control of the rallies, and breaking Eala's serve to surge ahead 4-2. As the momentum shifted once more, the once roaring crowd fell silent, sensing that the immense tension inside the stadium was impossible to ignore as nervous anticipation spread through the crowd. Many players might have crumbled under that kind of pressure, but Alex Eala had already proven she could thrive in moments like these. She had battled back from difficult situations against top opponents at Wimbledon and Berlin, learning that resilience often makes a difference between victory and defeat. Before the tournament, Eala had spoken confidently about trusting herself, calling self-belief one of the core principles that guides her every time she steps onto the court. Those words came to life when she responded with remarkable composure, breaking Qinwen's serve, holding her own, and then breaking once again to move ahead 5-4 with a chance to close out the match. The Olympic champion refused to surrender, saving 2 match points and forcing every rally to become a battle of nerves. With the crowd hanging on every shot, Eala walked to the baseline, took a deep breath, and glanced toward her team before delivering a powerful serve wide to the corner. Zheng managed to stretch her racket just enough to return the ball, but the shot floated short, giving Eala the opportunity she had been waiting for. She stepped inside the baseline and ripped a stunning forehand winner down the line, sealing a memorable 6-4 victory in just 1 hour and 42 minutes. The moment the final ball landed, the William H.G. Fitzgerald Tennis Center erupted in celebration unlike anything the DC Open had witnessed before. Fans embraced one another, many overcome with emotion as tears of joy filled their eyes, while Philippine flags waved proudly throughout the stands and deafening chants echoed around the stadium. For the thousands of supporters in attendance, this was far more than a first-round win. It was a moment of pride, redemption, and validation for one of the brightest stars in Philippine sports. Their passion had been evident long before match day, as crowds followed Eala during practice sessions, gathering outside the courts for a chance to cheer her on. One supporter proudly shouted, "We are so proud of you, Alex. Keep fighting." While another admitted that although they had never played tennis, Eala's determination inspired them to believe in hard work and perseverance. By the time the match began, that energy had grown into something unforgettable. Even before the tournament got underway, former U.S. Open champion Andy Roddick had predicted that Eala was a player capable of making headlines, and on this remarkable afternoon in Washington, she proved exactly why the Ashe was about to enter another dramatic chapter. Speaking on his podcast, Andy Roddick summed up the excitement surrounding Alex Eala perfectly, saying that Eala Mania is simply fun to watch. He pointed out that when fans gather in arenas across an entire country just to watch a fourth-round tennis match, it becomes clear that something special is happening. According to Roddick, Eala is creating more than a successful career. She is inspiring an entirely new wave of tennis supporters whose passion continues to grow with every tournament. That growing movement was impossible to miss on this unforgettable afternoon in Washington, where every seat in the stadium was filled with fans eager to witness her latest challenge. But beyond the emotional victory over Zheng Qinwen, this result could have a major impact on Eala's future. Entering the DC Open ranked number 29 in the world, only one position below her career-high ranking, she finds herself in an ideal position to climb even higher. Throughout the entire North American hardcourt season, she is defending only 70 ranking points, meaning nearly every point she earns before the U.S. Open will add directly to her total instead of replacing last year's results. A run to the quarterfinals would already give her 108 points, surpassing what she earned during the stretch of the previous season, while a semifinal appearance would bring 195 points. A runner-up finish would be worth 325, and lifting the championship trophy would add a massive 500 ranking points. With only 163 points separating her from the world's top 24 players, one outstanding week in Washington could move her within striking distance of the top 20 for the first time in her career. As the U.S. Open seeding cutoff approaches on August 24th, the opportunity becomes even more significant. Eala has already secured a place among the tournament's seeded players by sitting inside the top 32, but reaching the top 16 or even dreaming of the top 8 is no longer an unrealistic goal. Her next opponent will be either defending DC Open champion Leylah Fernandez or experienced Polish star Magda Linette, both of whom present difficult challenges. Yet Eala has already proven she belongs among the elite, earning victories over some of the biggest names in women's tennis, including Iga Swiatek, Elena Rybakina, Alina Svitolina, Coco Gauff, Madison Keys, Jasmine Paolini, and now Olympic champion Zheng Qinwen. Those wins have demonstrated that she can compete with anyone on the biggest stages. Even so, Eala has remained grounded throughout her remarkable rise, explaining that she never focuses on reaching a particular round before a tournament begins. Instead, She approaches every event one match at a time, determined to compete at her highest level and see just how far her game can take her. For Alex Eala, the ultimate objective has always been simple: to win. That unwavering mentality wasn't created overnight. It was shaped during her unforgettable battle in Hangzhou, strengthened through months of relentless hard work as she climbed back up the rankings, and reinforced every time critics questioned whether her breakthrough was genuine. When her final forehand winner flew past Qinwen and landed perfectly inside the sideline after 3 years of waiting, it became more than just a winning shot. It was the answer to every doubt that had surrounded her journey. This victory means far more than revenge. It confirms that her remarkable Wimbledon performances were no accident. When she defeated Iga Swiatek on one of tennis's biggest stages, some dismissed it as a one-time surprise. When she reached a career-high ranking, others wondered whether she could maintain that level. But after returning from a 2-week break and immediately defeating an Olympic gold medalist on one of the biggest hardcourt events of summer, Eala proved that her success is no longer a fleeting moment. It is becoming a consistent pattern. She has shown that she can challenge and defeat the world's best players on any surface and under any conditions. She has also given millions of Filipino fans every reason to believe that an even brighter future lies ahead. What Andy Roddick described as a growing movement has now become impossible to ignore, as support for Eala continues to expand with every victory. Looking back at her heartbreaking Asian Games defeat 3 years earlier, Eala reflected that what made her proud was never giving up and refusing to leave the court without a fight. That fighting spirit has remained a defining characteristic of her career ever since. She has continued to battle through every challenge, every setback, and every moment of uncertainty. Now, on a warm July afternoon in Washington, D.C., surrounded by the fans who believed in her long before the rest of the tennis world took notice, Alex Eala delivered a performance that announced her arrival among the sport's elite. With the North American hardcourt season unfolding before her, the U.S. Open firmly in her sights, and the top 20 well within reach, one thing has become unmistakably clear: this remarkable journey is only beginning, and her biggest achievements may still be ahead.